Welcome to another Grit and Grime basketball podcast. I'm your host, as always, David Sagoe. Hi out there, listeners. With Thomas Arnal.
Hello.
Jose Garcia, Vidal.
Yeah.
And Michael Downey.
All right.
Ish. Yeah, you almost got it.
All in the building. Did I get one wrong? Good.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
Oh, Mike.
It's an alternative. Truth. Yeah. Do your research. Do your own
There's
research.
a lot of that going around at the moment.
So we're back with another episode. The NBA season starts tonight. We are recording this on a Tuesday. So by the time you listen to this, the games will be underway. They'll be going thick and fast. And we'll all be very entertained by it. So congratulations on getting to another season. And hopefully your team does badly unless you're a Laker fan. Hey, message we can all get behind, you know?
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
You know?
Lovely.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what
Sure.
Lakers need, more winning.
And fans. So we are going to do our season preview, but we're not going to do a regular season preview. This is a special Grit and Grime season preview. We've come up with our own awards. The traditional awards we will complete and put out on social media over the course of the week. But as it pertains to the episode, we are rolling out some awards. Some are fun, some are silly, some are stupid, but they're all great, and they're all grit, and they're all grimy. So we're going to kick things off with Best Defensive Team. I believe Michael Downey came up with this award. Do you want to say a little bit about why?
Well, it's always hard. Like defensive player of the year, I never see defense as an individual effort. So I always kind of think that defensive team would be a better award to give. So there we go.
So to the team that we think is going to finish with the best defensive record, the best defensive efficiency, I'll kick things off. I pondered a little bit, bounced around a few different teams, Jazz, Sixers, Knicks have Kemba Walker now, ain't gonna happen. And I landed on the Milwaukee Bucks.
Hey, snapsies.
I just thought to myself, hold on a second. Can they were the best playoff defense for sure. They experimented a little bit during the season, and I think that might have been why they dropped a little bit. But the year before that, they had the best defensive efficiency of all time, I think. And then I was like, yeah, like they've got Drew, they've got Giannis, they've got Lopez. It's gonna be them. They're more used to the other schemes that they run as well. I think it's gonna be the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, I had a little bit sort of caused pause with PJ Tucker going out, but I thought Grayson Allen, he's another guy that's going to get behind the defensive sort of mission, even if it's just in a shithousery sort of way.
Now that should have been an award.
Yeah.
Well, there's one that is sort of that. Sort of that.
But I as you said, I think what they did in the playoffs last year, I could see them sort of going forward with that like as an identity, basically.
Yeah.
Bucks for me too.
I'm going to be original, and I went with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Hey.
Oh, why?
So because of all the reasons they've just put forward, and I was going to go with the Jazz or the Knicks, but then the Knicks got Kemba Walker, so again, not being original here, not gonna happen. And they lost the Fresh Prince, the cornerstone of their defense.
Yeah, it's hard not to think about the Bucks as the best defensive team, isn't it? Especially because they went all the way with good defense, and even though it's a defensive team, if you have one really good defensive player on your team, that kind of like carries the whole team around him, doesn't it? The same as offense. Like if you have a really good offensive player, he's going to show results for the team. Same thing the other way around with defense. Drew is amazing, and Giannis obviously is a machine. As you said, Grayson Allen is probably going to injure a couple of players during the season. But Yeah, I mean, I'm Brook Lopez, is just a brick, under the basket. So, I chose the Bucks as well.
Wow, unanimous.
Wow.
Wasn't expecting that.
Me neither. Yeah, that's cool though.
40
Means we're
points for the
probably
Bucks.
right.
Yeah.
I was going to choose the Bulls, but yeah.
Vucevic.
The Caruso.
Yeah.
Caruso.
More on him later.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Well, he could be a player on the next award, which is Glue Guy. So it's awarded to the player who adds value on the court, but may not necessarily put up huge numbers. Tom, kick things off. Things off.
I'm going to give it because that's his last season, and it's a lifetime achievement award for the greatest glue guy in history of humanity.
Oh,
Udonis Haslem.
Oh, what?
That's nice. I like that. I'm here
Prove
for
me
it.
wrong. Prove me wrong.
Sympathy award.
My only complaint is we said on the court, but yeah, go ahead.
He did play, to be fair, a couple of minutes.
He came on last season. He almost killed someone.
All right.
Gosh.
He did what he had to do. He did a bit of shithousery, because I think that's the word of the episode. And then he went, yeah, that's it. That's what I do. But then he's hugely important in the Heat organization. So it's gotta go to him. And then that again, he's retiring. I think allegedly retiring at the end of the season. So why can we give it to finally? Why can't we give it to him? We gotta recognize the work he's put up.
Two-time NBA champion. Two-time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good, wasn't he? He was all right.
4-time.
He is all right.
Yeah.
3-time.
Yeah.
3-time?
3-time? No, 2-time. The Heat
won
won 2 championships. Did he win with Wade too? Yeah, he won with Wade too.
He was on the
LeBron with Wade and Shaq.
on the LeBron James Heat, so he must have won at least 7 or 8, not 6, not 5. 7.
Hang on.
7 or more.
7 or more.
Jose?
You know who I picked?
Tim Duncan.
No.
Manu's back at the Spurs.
Yeah, he's not playing though. You know who I picked. Come on.
Facundo
Campazzo.
Go ahead. Paint a picture. Tell us how you landed on that.
Hey, I was gonna pick Caruso actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Because things that glue guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Teammates love him, right? That's what you have to think. Glue guy.
Cool. Yeah.
Everybody has to love him in the team. The audience needs to love you. Yeah. And the commentators need to love you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the rivals kind of think that you're a joke, but then they get surprised by your abilities and your small but efficient numbers that matter. Right? Caruso did that. Fair enough. Guess who else did that? Facundo. So great passes, almost made it to the all-rookie, one of the all-rookie teams. And definitely adds value on the team. Not great numbers, good passes. He obviously gained the confidence of Mike Malone and the rest of the team. So I think I have a very strong case here. It's the first time that I can actually argue that he could win an award. So there you go, Facu. You might win this award from the Grid and Grind podcast.
We didn't make it just for him.
No, absolutely not. I wasn't even in the discussion about this award, so you can't say that I.
It's a good shout. It's a good shout. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Why not?
Downey.
I went for Kyle Lowry.
Hey,
same.
Yeah.
Wow.
What the hell is going on there?
I think that's kind of the role that he's going to fulfill in that Heat team. He's not there to put up points. He's not really there to get assists or anything, really. He's there to bring his championship DNA to the team, bring them together and be sort of another leadership voice on an already strong organization.
So they need to maybe rename the Miami Glue or something like that, because there's 2 players on the Heat.
Very, very sticky team. Yeah,
sticky team.
Very, very sticky out there in Miami. It's a sticky affair. All right.
But so Kyle Lowry used to put up good numbers. Does he not anymore? Like, I to be honest, I don't remember what he did last season. Like, I didn't follow him at all.
No one did.
The Raptors were pretty bad last season, but they also won. They were in Miami. They were in Tampa, weren't they? Sorry, that's not Miami at all. They were in Florida.
Miami now.
So yeah, I think they just had a very forgettable season as a whole team.
So you think that will be his role this season then?
Yeah. I think he's what, 36 now? He's coming down off of his like all-star level play numbers wise. And I think the Tyler Heroes are on the way up. Jimmy Butler can still obviously do a job. Bam is on his way up. So he'll come down and fulfill more of a like Chauncey Billups type of leadership role, as Mike said. Nothing more to add. So our next shithousery related topic award goes to a polarizing player, someone who divides opinion. It's our most disruptive player. I feel like this award should be sponsored, but I can't think off the top of my head who it should be sponsored after. Jimmy Butler Award?
No.
Was that the most disruptive we've seen?
No.
That was pretty disruptive, man.
He did it twice. So could give it.
He didn't do it to Philly. Yeah. Philly let him go. But that Timberwolves performance was quite incredible. He even had the interview set up. Think about that.
Yeah.
True. It was incredible.
There's levels to it.
Yeah, right? He was planned. So most disruptive player. Jose, start us off.
Yeah, I got Kyrie, man.
It's a two-man race.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that?
It's just, I mean, come on. It's just like, do I really need to say why? He's the voice of the voiceless.
He is.
So
he is.
The voiceless voice of the voiceless. Go on.
He literally tanked performances in two teams and wanted to leave two teams, is now, making fun of an organization, basically. I mean, I believe in mental health problems. What he said last year, absolutely behind him last year. But this year, changing his speech as you go, that doesn't work, man. So it's very, very little belief left in me for him. So such an amazing player, unfortunately. There's some things that you need to adapt to, man. It's your job, right? And some things you just need to say, okay, I'll do it, man. So yeah, it was for him.
Kyrie says, I ain't gonna do it. Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it the proper title for this award, Dickhead of the Year.
Yes.
It's going to our boy Ben. Ben.
Hey, that was too easy, man. That was too easy.
I mean,
we keep going, Mike. We keep going.
The reason that I think that it's not Kyrie is because I think that the Nets will do just fine without him. To be honest, with you. Having him there, it's huge, but for the championship, not for the regular season. Whereas Ben doing what he's doing right now just completely fucks the team. Like, it's kind of like we don't know, we don't have a point guard. It's a mess, and he's doing it for no real reason other than he played like shit, and everybody said he played like shit. Basically, right? Like,
you can't say in public, man. I chose Ben Simmons as well because Kyrie is going to be away from the team now, right? They've kind of stopped that from being an issue, and they're just going to concentrate, heads down, focus on the game. Whereas the Simmons issue, they obviously left the door open for him to come back, and now he is back. They've just suspended him for the first game. The day after he practices for the first time, so
with a phone in his pocket.
It was like, hold on, coach, hold on. Just go on without me.
It's my agent. Don't worry, I got to take it.
wearing sweats.
Yeah, cool, take it, please.
Yeah, he's making a mockery of the league. So,
hold on, can I change my vote? Can I change my vote?
You can.
Yeah, I'm changing it to Ben Simmons, man.
Yeah, and who knows what other shenanigans are gonna ensue, right? Like it's literally just the first time he's been able to train with the team.
It's not over. It's definitely not.
Tom?
Yeah, I actually because I couldn't kind of separate the two of them because of how much fun it's been in the last few weeks, I gave it to both of them. I went with a dual a bit like the, what was it, in the All-Star game with Stockton and Malone?
Yeah,
it's like Mean Girls.
Co-MVP.
You get an award. So I give it to Kyrie and Ben Simmons together for their it's like one of them is watching the other one and it goes, what kind of BS can I come up with this week? It's like, I'm just
anti-Australian of you, really.
Yeah.
Australia, man, too close to the sun. So they yeah.
Sure.
So sure. Geography. So I couldn't separate. I couldn't go pick one of my, a favorite over the other one. I just thought, just go with who I don't know. They both entertain me to different degrees. I think Ben Simmons is just funny. Kyrie is a bit more
edgy,
aggravating. It's just like it's potentially dangerous on some levels. But Ben Simmons is just entertaining. And then what makes me even I think it's funnier is Embiid's reaction, and Embiid's just like today just went, I'm not a babysitter, fuck you,
I don't care,
get out of here, I'll have time for you, which was awesome. Anyway, the Philadelphia Knicks.
We came close, guys. We came close.
Blow it up.
I'd like to see the trophy that they'll get and how that looks.
What, for the Dickhead Award?
Yeah.
Sitting in the bench.
I have a design in mind, but let's wait it.
All right, which brings us to the next award, a fun one for all, fun on the court as well as off. This is the Human Highlight Reel Award. It needs no introduction. Who started us off? Did Mike start us off? Mike, start us off.
I can go again. Yeah, I went for a little bit different one. Somebody that I like to watch, LaMelo Ball. I didn't think I'd like this guy this much, but he's actually really fun to watch. The Charlotte Hornets have got like some good guys around him to watch as well. Like it's usually assists or breaking somebody off on the dribble. So yeah, I'm going for LaMelo.
He's gone up another notch in the preseason as well. He looked comfortable before, and he was coming off the bench a lot, but now you can tell he's coming into his own. He's going to be real exciting to watch this season.
Second season swag.
And he's got another lob target. That team is going to be something else, but more on that later. Tom.
Okay, so hear me out.
Oh, you have to take a
pause. Don't say go.
Here we go.
Don't say go.
He's going to say I like defense.
No, I was going to go with Zion. But then because I don't know how many games you've seen with him on the court or many highlights, but it's always so much fun to watch him play. I'm just pissed off that he's injured again and that the Pelicans took the piss with not announcing that. Well, when it happened, they just announced it on media day. But that's another story. But yeah, he's just such a different type of player to watch, and he's so fun to watch. Like he's so powerful, too powerful, I argue. But I really he make I don't care about the Pelicans at all, and he makes me want to watch them. And we know they're gonna be trash, and even more trash now that he's out. So I'm hoping he'll be back fairly soon. If it's 6 weeks out, it's fine. We'll take our time. But he's just a fun guy to watch. He's like a Charles Barkley on steroid. I was gonna put Luka, but then
It's I
That pressure.
more from
Jose?
him.
So I took it very literally. So I'm thinking, do I enjoy watching him play, but also do I enjoy his dunks and athleticism? So I picked Ja Morant. I think, I really enjoy watching this guy play. I think he's improved so much this couple of years, and he's becoming a leader, maturing properly, and he can still jump really high, gets up there, does a real pass, the right pass, beginning to shoot properly as well. So I think Ja Morant it's my choice.
That's a great pick. He is, low key one of the most fun players to watch in the league. Like just on his own, it doesn't even matter who's around him. He's ridiculous. His almost dunk on Gobert was like dunk of the playoffs, even though he missed it.
One on Kevin Love as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then just that was just not fair. And then the handle and the ball fakes and the passing. He's
super athletic. Yeah,
it's good. Well,
yeah, he's incredible to watch. I went different to all of you, which is great. We all have different people. I went with Zach LaVine. Still Zach LaVine because that team, I think, with Lonzo and Caruso forcing turnovers, they're going to be running. DeRozan's going to be on one wing, LaVine's going to be on another wing. And I think we're going to see some real stuff from them. I think they're going to be a really fun team. And now he has Zion's lob thrower in Lonzo. There's going to be some full court action. Not a full court press. There's something else. Isn't that right, Tom?
Yeah, that's what she said.
And I think he's gonna show us some stuff this season. They're gonna show up, show out, and he's gonna spearhead that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cool. So this award goes to the most hardworking player in the league, just a guy that just punches the clock, puts in work, first to the gym, last out of the gym, a real lunch pail guy who just puts in work, hustles 24/7. So we've got to go to Tom first for this one.
Hell yeah.
The Lunch Pail Guy Award. The pale guy who eats lunch award.
I looked at your definition of what you said. Literally, you went, it's a lunch pail guy. Pale guy, white dude, hustle, off the bench, small. So, you're looking at somebody that's like, our size, our height, that's the stuff. And I went, there's only and he must play. You're thinking hustle, it's the New York, it's got to be on the East Coast. It's got to be Indiana. And you're thinking TJ McConnell. And you're right.
Yes.
Class.
You're welcome. TJ McConnell. Like the dude, look at the stats. Assists per game, 6.6. 2 steals a game. Like, have you seen the highlights of him on defense? Full court.
Steals, baby.
Inbound pass, grabs it from the player and just goes for a layup. I'm like, who else but TJ McConnell? I want to hear your names because I don't think you'll get it. You'll get better than my pick. I rest my case.
I think you're right. I don't think we can get any better than that. To be honest, when I was, I didn't pick it, but when I thought of the award, I was like, it's kind of his award. I don't know why I didn't give it to him, but hey, that's me.
The TJ award,
I picked a very obvious one. It's Draymond. I just think he could have gotten any of these awards. Like Shithouser won the
human highlight reel,
the glue guy,
the backpack shot. That's a highlight.
But I think it's very obvious. Like this guy means so much to this team, and I didn't pick him as the glue guy because he does put up good numbers. Especially with assists and rebounds and blocks. So I think it's Draymond. I thought about going Homer and picking Jakob Poeltl, but Yeah, I don't think he's there yet. I don't think he ever will be there, but he's good.
There's a few hustle guys on the Spurs.
Yeah.
It's kind of a team of hustle guys right now. Not a good thing.
No, too much hustle is not good. You don't win games with hustle.
Mike.
I went with somebody a bit higher status for this one. I went Drew Holiday.
Yeah, that's a good pick actually.
I think that given what we saw in the playoffs, a lot of his job is going to be D up the best guard on the other side, and the league is full of good guards now, so that's going to take up a lot of his energy. So Drew Holiday.
Yeah. I mean, that defense is impenetrable. You right there, Tom?
Hey, that's all right. It's all good. It's all good.
All right. I went with the Caruso, Alex Caruso, back-to-back Bulls awards. I see it. I'm glad he's not a Laker award anymore, so I could give him this award. I think now opposing fan bases, or other fan bases, I should say, are gonna realize the work that he's been putting in for the last couple of years.
Agree.
and they're gonna see what Lakers fans have been raving about for that period of time. The guy just makes plays, like just winning plays, and you never see it coming. He'll just do something and you're just like, this is why he's out there in the clutch. This is why
maximum effort.
Very high IQ, very athletic.
Yeah.
You see, I would argue he's too athletic for that award. Like when you say hustle, I'm thinking layups. Like when you can dunk it, I'm thinking, banking it.
Not allowed to go to somebody that can touch the rim.
If you can dunk it, you disqualify. That's what Draymond Green was a good pick. I thought it was like the guy who doesn't want to dunk. Well, I don't know if you can dunk.
If you can jump over a shoebox. Maybe I should have given it to PJ Tucker then. But yeah, Caruso for me. Next award goes to a guy who's opposite of this water. No nutrients, all sugary substances. No goodness. This goes to the empty stats guy. The empty stats award. Puts up numbers, but just not contributing to winning, And I do want to apologize in advance, because a lot of the time, the players that you think would get this award are players who just play on bad teams. And it almost doesn't matter how well they play, how efficient they are. There's just some teams you can't drag to victory. So without further ado, I reveal my empty stats guy for this year, 2020, 2021, Colin Sexton.
Oh, okay.
The Sex Man has become much more efficient than he was in his rookie season. In the past, we've spoken about how he, cut out a lot of the mid-rangers, started shooting more threes. We saw him take down the Brooklyn Nets last season. But over the course of an NBA season, his play is just not going to lead to wins. Not good enough playmaker, not a good enough defender. It's not going to happen for him. So my empty stats guy, sadly, goes to Colin Sexton. Mike.
I've got a controversial one. I don't know how this is going to go down, but I'm glad you give the disclaimer to begin with. I've gone with Bradley Beal.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
It just like he's been around long enough, and fair enough. He's had some unfortunate injuries and things like that, but it's shown that he can put up points, but it gets you nowhere. Empty stats. Yeah, it's a bit hard this time because there's not the two obvious guys are actually putting in effort this year apparently. Tom's favorite player. Harden and Westbrook.
Harden is not an empty stats guy.
I disagree.
I guess
it was triple doubles. I mean, come on now.
Harden?
No, Westbrook. I mean,
Westbrook to a point. Like he needs to do some of that stuff. Just the extras.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Who's next? Jose.
Yeah. So I picked Karl Anthony Towns.
I thought
Me too.
Yes.
Hey.
So we spoke about the hustle and the work, and he does not do any of that. But he's extremely talented and gifted. For his size, his speed, he's extremely talented. He can shoot. If he wanted to shoot, he would be a lot better. He has some post moves, super long arms, could be so much better, could be leading this team like Kevin Garnett did once, but he's just not willing or not capable of putting up the work. Again, some personal problems, which I completely understand, but we spoke about this in the past on different episodes, that he's just having fun there and not really, he doesn't really care about winning. He just, he's okay with the cash and playing with his friend D'Lo. It's all good, So yeah, I think it goes to Cat.
Cat empty stat.
But watch out because they've played 25 games together with D'Lo and they're on 13 and 12 together. So it is a working
mediocre even with your
working. It works, okay? That's a winning number right there, 13 and 12. So imagine if both of them stay healthy this season, we could have a change of. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it's gotta be Cat, because how many times, like, even when he's being balling absolutely, like, do you remember like a couple of years ago, like he was putting numbers, absolutely monster numbers, and it was translating into nothing, absolutely nothing. So I don't see why this would change this season. So
it's not going to
come on down, Cat. Grab your award.
Yeah.
It's all yours.
Cool. After empty stats guy, we have a more traditional award, the best offensive player. So this is an award that some people think we should actually have in the NBA. I suggested this just because there are some seasons where you feel like some people use the MVP award as a proxy for a best offensive player award.
Absolutely.
The term value is like debatable. It's open for interpretation, whereas a best offensive player award says exactly what it is, and everyone is clear on what that criteria would be. And with that criteria, I'm going with Mr. Offense himself, Steph the Flame Chef Curry.
Fair enough.
Last season, he won the scoring title, was absolutely on fire. Basically was the whole entire Warriors offense. But this season, Steve Kerr said they're not playing around and they're trying to win games. So all of those Kelly Oubre minutes, I know he's left the team. They're not experimenting with that. All the rookies are coming off the bench. None of them are going to be starting. They're trying to win games, and I think with that, Steph's he's gonna show us some stuff, man. He's gone to another level. I think he's taken more contested shots and hit them at a higher clip than he did even in his MVP season. And he's taking more difficult shots as well than he did that year, and still super hyper efficient. So we're gonna see some stuff this year, man. This guy's different.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not agree with that, man. Same.
Tom?
I'm going with KD, especially now with Kyrie being gone. Somebody's got to score the points that Kyrie is not going to, all those buckets is not going to make, somebody else going to make them. And I think Harden is transitioning into more of a playmaker. And he said it himself, like he wants to, and he's better suited to, direct the offense and create assists and create plays. My God, I just
Look at that development.
Feel dirty. Okay, bye. I'm done.
I think we recorded this, so
oh God, it smells dirty.
And that's exactly why I didn't go for KD. Right? He can do it all on offense, but Harden is arguably an even more complete offensive player in terms of, like you said, the playmaking side of things. So.
Yeah, but it's James Harden. So I'm going to stop you right there and go back to KD. So that's way too much. That's about 45 seconds of talking good on Harden. So KD, I'm not going to say anything too creative here. He's too tall for anyone to guard. He can shoot too high. He can shoot from anywhere on the court. He's a great defender. Great defensive player, but I don't care. I don't care. It's the MVP. We're talking about the MVP.
He's lost his head now.
MVP is Jokic, sorry.
No. But he's offensively, he's just too gifted. And I agree with what you said with Curry, and I had them both on my it was one of the two. So because you went with Curry, I'm going with KD just to fuck with the
James Harden.
The flow.
Is.
Yeah, sure.
Jose.
It's Steph for me. Yeah, I can't argue with that. But it's just Steph. Yeah, easy.
Yeah,
easy choice.
Mike?
I had KD, so we're all tied up.
All tied up.
I just he's just when he's on, he's just incredible. You can't do anything. You can throw any type of defender at him, and he will find a way to score. He can do anything, and he's 7 foot. It's just disgusting.
Disgusting, pure film.
Hate tall people.
How dare you?
Asking for extra leg room.
Yeah.
Cool. Now,
I
feel like this award should be presented by the one guy who's drinking a beer during the pod.
The Paul Pierce Award.
So I will say no more. Take it away.
The Champagne Papi Award is what we call it for the title. It's Party Boy of the Year, the guy that's gonna do more time in the strip club than on the court.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I don't know if we're gonna measure it by most fines by your own team or most suspensions.
No, it's most units at the start of a game.
Units.
Oh. So obviously, historic winners of this award are Paul Pierce.
Yeah. Oh, did you actually kind of a side story of that sort of spirit? I read a story about Manute Bol that actually was drunk pretty much on every game he started.
Nice.
Because he was so shy. Apparently, he was so shy and so introverted that they actually get him to drink a couple shots of vodka or whatever before the game, just to get him going.
So Manute Bol won it in '84, yeah. And then this award went also to Magic Johnson, of course. Party a lot.
Yeah. I mean, the whole entire 70s Sixers team that went to the finals.
Dennis Rodman, he took it to another level by timeout to go to.
Hall
of Fame Champagne Papi right there.
There you go.
Hall of Fame. Jose, who did you give the award
to? I picked the beard, James Harden.
Gonna slip back.
I'm basing myself on recent history, right? We all saw it.
New York is open again.
I do admit that I'm a bit worried that he might not make it, to this award again, because he might be a little bit more focused than last year. But based on recent history, it will be him.
You see, that's the common misperception. All right, because as we've seen with all these names, Manute Bol, one of the block leaders, even while drunk, he saw 3 balls and he aimed for the middle one and blocked it into the stands multiple times. J.R. Smith, who notoriously would play much better after he's been to the club. James Harden went to the club, came into the game fat, dropped 44 points. I think that was on the Wizards. So it's gonna, it makes him better, better, makes his teammates better.
Fair enough.
Sometimes it doesn't matter.
So I went for James Harden as well, man. James Harden as well. New York is open.
Dude, I actually put James Harden on my list. I put Harden on my list and I went, nah, you'll think I'll be trolling, but you guys are actually, wow.
Well, you can't say it. We can.
Fair enough.
Mike,
who did before? Oh, you. I'm torn between 2, right? So I've got one guy who just has no reason other than like he has nothing better to do now, and he's paid. So that's
changes.
John Wall. He's out in Houston where you don't get taxed with all the rookies.
Earning 40 mil a year.
Earning 40 mil a year.
Gotta spend that money somehow.
Exactly.
Damn.
So he's
the best way to go partying in Houston is take a flight to Miami and come back.
Well, funny you should say that,
No.
because my other person that I'm torn with is a guy that we saw celebrate hard after the championship and is now in Miami. He's reached the peak of his career and he might just be partying now, and that's PJ Tucker.
Hey,
Yeah,
he's
he
got the
went real
shoes.
hard.
He's got the shoes.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Took that J.R. Smith role.
Yeah. In fact, this is the J.R. Smith Award officially.
Cheers with the award.
Never wear a t-shirt again.
The J.R. Smith Champagne Papi Award.
NCAA golf athlete now.
Yes, he's calmed down now. He's
Dude,
calmed
good for
down
him.
now.
It's a good
I think
thing.
he's gonna get a degree. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bringing the
Good.
parties to the golf course.
it's the next Tiger Woods. I heard.
Yeah, the first Tiger Woods, apparently.
The first thing I would actually. Yeah.
Tom.
So I'm going with someone we've already mentioned. And here's the long-winded process I went through. So this guy's on team
Scientific.
that was scientific. That he was on a team that was, kind of people were like, oh, they're one of the contenders this year, last season. They can do something. It's probably their season. They all mature, they all good. And then that guy was on a team where the point guard doesn't want to shoot and just refuses to dunk. So I think Joel Embiid is going to start drinking to forget.
Slip back into his old
Because-
I
twins.
see it, man. I see
Embiid,
it. I see it.
Embiid literally just crossed the line of I don't give a flying fuck anymore about anything. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. If I want to go partying now, I'm gonna go now. So Joel Embiid is like, I don't have anyone on my team anymore. Blow it up. I'm going and drinking. I'll be back tomorrow morning with
Fine.
some whatever.
Fine.
He's
couple
got
pints.
some really weird favorite drink. I think it's like a Shirley Temple or something.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, that's my thought process of which is kind of dark if you think about it.
If he ever gets to that like John Wall position, it's gonna be beautiful scenes.
Yeah. It's going back to the old diet as well.
Yep.
Cool. So next up we have the League Pass team. Who's starting this one? Jose, start us off. League Pass team.
I was, I would get. I actually watched a preseason game of this team, and I was like, "This is gonna be fun, man." And it's now the Lakers.
Oh, come on.
I thought about the Lakers. Because I just want to watch LeBron play with Melo and Westbrook and Jordan and all these guys, but that's old me. That was 2012 me. So 2021 me wants to watch the Caruso with DeMar DeRozan and Levine and Lonzo and Vucevic. Yeah, so the Bulls are a fun team to watch. Nobody watches the NBA to see a good defensive team.
Nobody.
I do.
We like it in the playoffs. Fair enough, but we watch the NBA for the highlights, for the good offensive basketball. The game is designed to encourage offensive teams to perform. So the Bulls are gonna fit right in. I want to watch the Bulls.
100%. 100%.
And they'd be 0-30, it'll be fun.
Tom?
Yeah, I got the Bulls too.
Hey!
But here we go, because I got nothing else to add. But whilst I was doing the League Pass team, I went, who would be the anti-pass league? Who would be the opposite? Like, who would you not want to watch? And I went with Jose's team, the Spurs.
No way!
Because there's literally no one I want to watch on that team.
Team hustle.
Would you rather watch the Thunder
Yes.
than the Spurs? Are you kidding me? Are you
absolutely 100%?
The Cleveland Cavaliers. You want to watch the Cavaliers with Rubio?
If you tell me tomorrow, do you want to go watch Hull Sunderland? It's pissing down.
No, we're not talking about that.
Do you want to go watch that, and then you're gonna get a warm beer with a cold, what is it, a pasty or whatever, disgusting one, just like meat. You don't even know what it is, and you got to pay 50 quid for it. Or Cavs Spurs on your sofa. I'll take the whole game. Like
you said yourself, it's one team, it's one anti-team.
Yeah. Now you just put two in the mix. It's disgusting.
No. I'm gonna give you the Mutombo finger here. No.
That's what she said.
Sir. Disgusting,
anyway,
sir.
I think that you'd rather watch the Spurs than the Cavs. We have no Spanish guys. That's it.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I don't know.
Trying to defend their honor.
Anyway, Chicago Bulls.
Are we still doing? Oh yeah. Sorry, you completely threw me. I was like, yeah. So the team that I don't want to watch is just change the award completely in my head.
Just pick one on the spot. Go for it.
It's the Pistons, I think. But the team that I picked as my league pass team is the Hornets.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yep.
Really?
LaMelo. Yep. LaMelo. Terry Rozier likes to get freaky with it. Lob threats, Bridges, and who else? Someone else went there.
It's Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward is there. He's exciting.
It's the only one that you don't really care about.
There is another lob threat there. I can't remember. Was it the rookie?
Michael Jordan, but he's retired. He's the owner now.
Yeah, he's the owner. He doesn't play.
Yeah, he just lobs checks now.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have they're another fast break team like the Bulls will be in the open court. They're going to be very exciting. Then you have LaMelo stirring the pot as well. I think they're going to be a really fun team. Michael.
Yeah, I've got the Bulls as well, man.
Hey.
We've seen the preseason games. They are like they might be the House of Highlight team of the year.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
They might bring Vine back.
Yeah, Vine back. Wow. Yeah. Wow, old school right there.
And switch off team of the year. I'm going Raptors.
They're cool. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Come on, Tom.
Come on, man.
Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Canada's fallen.
Well,
cool.
if your criteria is nobody gives a shit, I'll put the Nets in there because they had to pay fans to come in last year. Anyway, next. Shots fired.
We got too much positivity from Tom.
Yeah. No, I can't. That's too much now.
Now you're shooting from the hip. So our last award, the big one, apparently. Grit and Grime 2021-22 award for that team that it's not the team whose jerseys you'll buy. It's not the team that you live and die by, whether they win or lose. There's always a team that you're just like, don't know what it is, but I like that team. I'm gonna see how they're doing. Sometimes they're in the opposite conference, so you don't see them as a threat. You don't have a rivalry with them. You have no reason to hate them. It's your second team. That was a grandiose intro for a very regular named award. But hey, your second team.
Backup team.
And I really struggled to actually come up with this. This was the one that I found the most difficult by far. Last year, it was definitely the Hawks. But that happened organically. The season started and I was like, maybe taking this team. This year, I'm going to predict that it's going to be the Miami Heat. My second teams are almost always in the East because they're the teams that I can catch sometimes a little bit before I go to bed. In the past, it was the Cavs with a young Kyrie. But yeah, I think the Miami Heat this year, just with Kyle Lowry going there, love that dude. Jimmy Butler, and everything that he brings. Shouts to Big Face Coffee. This is not an ad, but we will accept sponsorship.
Please.
Tyler Hero. What's his name? Shooter guy. Robinson. Love me some Bam as well. That team, PJ Tucker now there hustling. I think that's going to be a team that I will enjoy to watch. But again, I don't know if they'll make the finals, so my Lakers don't have to worry. Unless we end up back in a bubble again. Hey,
no.
Mike.
Oh, this one's going to make Tom happy. I went with the New Jersey Nets. Not the New Jersey Nets. The Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, no, you're right. The New Jersey Nets.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm just going to be like, it's a ridiculous team that they've set up. And I'm not usually a glory supporter. So usually it's nice to see somebody that's going to win. And they've always got fire uniforms. So, you know.
Okay. Yeah, the black and white is so creative. Oh, wow. Ooh, taking risks right there. Oof.
Edgy.
Oh, I can see the marketing team working overtime over there. It's like, dude, we got white home jerseys. What should we go for the away kit? How about black? Straight up. Oh, nobody else is playing with those colors. Seen that before, in the West, for example.
Silver involved there. So.
Spurs. Jose.
It's a tough one because obviously I have really good reasons to watch the Nuggets and Wolves because of the Argentinian players in there. And then I like the Bulls, what we just said, like I've been a DeMar DeRozan fan since he was playing in Toronto, since I saw him in the dunk contest. I think it was 2011, 12, something like that. He was good. And I he obviously mimicked his game from Kobe's game. He learned a lot of things from him. So I would say the Bulls, but I have to go with the Celtics, man. They've been so, they got so close for such a long time, and I like their new coach, Udoka, former Spurs assistant coach and player. So I have a thing for the Celtics this year. Have you seen the monster pictures of Tatum? Apparently, he's gonna get an anti-drugs test tomorrow because he's looking like an absolute unit.
15 pounds of muscle, baby. 15 pounds of muscle.
He's like a mini LeBron. So I really want the Celtics to get up there again.
I don't. Tom.
Slapped. So you'd think I'd go with the Dallas Mavericks, and you could not be more wrong because I own a jersey for both teams. I've got a Mavs jersey, so that kind of disqualifies me. But I also have a Utah Jazz jersey, which I never worn on a Saturday, but soon. Utah Jazz. I don't know why. I have no idea why. It's just I like the arena. I like it. And I like, what I like? I like those teams that play defense, like in the 90s, and then that little point guard that gives it to the big power forward. Classic basketball. See, that's what I like. And I also like, for some reason, that some people think the jerseys are disgusting, but I like the design of the jersey. I think it's just like the classic. The classic jersey and
the
mountains.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always had them on my radar, and that's why I was kind of put them up there in the West. And for some reason, when they get when they get kicked out every year in the playoffs, when they lose in the conference finals or in the second round, I'm like, oh well, another year. But I wouldn't be mad if they win it all. I'd be like, okay, cool. Utah Jazz for me. But very close second is the Mavs because Nowitzki.
Cool. So that's it. I've heard he looks good. I haven't seen any mavs this offseason, but I've heard he looks really good. Mr. Porzingis.
Porzingis looks awesome.
So yeah, enjoy the season. Hope you enjoyed the episode.
Let us know your winners.
Let us know your winners. Pick any award. Sound off either in the comments, social media. Get at us at Grit and Grime Pod. And let us know who you would have winning, or even fire out some other award ideas. And who knows, we might do them in the future. We might do mid-season awards if we get enough. All right. So thank you for listening again. We have been the Grit and Grime Basketball Pod. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, rate, and review our episodes on whatever platform you're listening on. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. And yeah, that's about it. I've been your host, David Sagoe. He's been Thomas Arnal.
Get vaccinated. Bye.
One of them has been Michael Downey.
Right.
And one of them has been Jose Garcia Vidal.
Ciao, ciao.
Take it easy.